ऐसे बदल कैसे जाती है पेपर बुक? पेपर पेपर बुक बदल कैसे जाती है?
वो पेपर बुक हमारे पास थी लास्ट टाइम पे।
कौन सी वाली?
ये वाली।
मेरे जिस पेपर बुक में फ्लैग लगाए थे,
हाँ,
आर्गुमेंट सुने थे, वो कहाँ चली गई? किन्होंने रखा है? तो फिर कैसे होगा, बहस कैसे होगी? चलिए चलिए देखूंगा मैं, चलिए आप ऐसा कह रहे हैं देखूंगा। चलिए शुरू करिए प्लीज।
These are all checks.
ये माइक चालू।
The prosecution cases that the deceased was done to death on 29/4/21.
जी, हम अगर रिकैप करें इन शॉर्ट, प्रोसिक्यूशन केसेस दैट 29/4 को उनकी डेथ हुई है इलेक्ट्रोक्यूशन से। आपके जो पक्षकार है वो 30 तारीख को झांसी गई है, उनकी डिफेंस ये है 30 तारीख को वो झांसी गई थी कोविड के ट्रीटमेंट के लिए, उन्होंने डॉक्टर के डिफेंस में बयान कराया है। इनके जो बेटा है उसको भी दिखाया था उन्होंने। then she came back on 28th 29th 30th night back to छतरपुर। ठीक है, ड्राइवर के बयान कराए जिसने कहा कि ये लेकर गए थे। ड्राइवर ने कहा DW4 है, इफ माय मेमोरी सर्व्स मी राइट।
ड्राइवर PW12।
PW है DW है?
PW।
जो ड्राइवर PW
PW12.
डॉक्टर ड्राइवर ने ये कहा कि ये रिपोर्ट लेने के लिए नहीं गई, घूमते रहे डॉक्टर, उसके बाद में वापस आ गए। उसने कहा मुझे जाना है, वापस आ गए। इनका डिफेंस ये है कि पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट में जो ड्यूरेशन दी हुई है, दैट ड्यूरेशन डज नॉट कॉरोबरेट विद 29। फर्स्ट थिंग। सेकंड थिंग, शी वाज इन लव विद हर हस्बैंड। उन्होंने कुछ फोटोग्राफ्स वगैरह के ऊपर रिलाई किया था, कुछ एक आध दो पत्र भी दिखाए थे। एंड बेसिक इनका सबमिशन था कि अगर इलेक्ट्रोक्यूशन से मारते तो उनकी चमड़ी के ऊपर उस कॉपर या एल्युमिनियम वायर के मेटेलिक टेस्ट होना चाहिए था। दिस इज व्हाट शी सबमिटेड। यही कहा था ना मैडम आपने? उसके बाद इनका यह भी कहना था कि इनके घर में जो सेफ्टी इक्विपमेंट लगे हुए थे, उन सेफ्टी इक्विपमेंट के रहते हुए इलेक्ट्रोक्यूशन नहीं किया जा सकता था, ट्रिप हो जाता कनेक्शन इमीडिएटली। उसके एंड मेन थ्रस्ट वाज, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दीज आर्ग्यूमेंट्स, मेन थ्रस्ट वाज, बिकॉज आई हैव कंप्लीट नोट्स, तो इसलिए जितना वॉट एवर आई एम एबल टू रिकॉल आई एम शेयरिंग विद यू। और मेन थ्रस्ट इज कि बॉडी का जो रिगर मॉर्टिस है और जो कंडीशन है, वह कंडीशन 29/4 से लेकर जब 1 तारीख को पोस्टमार्टम हुआ है उसके बीच की स्थिति नहीं दर्शाती है, लुकिंग टू द फैक्ट दैट इट वाज मंथ ऑफ समर एंड सेकेंडली a cooler has been shown in the room। तो उन्होंने यह भी एक डॉक्टर बड़कुर की किसकी एविडेंस कराई है डिफेंस में, ये कहने के लिए कि वो कूलर चलता है तो और जल्दी जो है पेट्रिफिकेशन होता है बॉडी का, प्यूट्रिफिकेशन होता है, सॉरी। इज इट राइट?
Absolutely.
हाँ, अब आगे आपको जो बताना है वो बताइए।
But I shall just carry this argument forward so far as duration of death is concerned.
जी,
Because
ये दीजिएगा, इनके आर्गुमेंट्स भी तो थे।
Milad, I submit
जी,
that if death has not taken place on the night of 29/4/21,
हाँ
then the entire prosecution case has to fall to the ground.
जी
Cannot be changed now.
जी
Now, when prosecution says that death has taken place 36 hours
जी,
prior to the post-mortem,
राइट।
the doctor has given absolutely no data on the basis of which he has come to this opinion.
जी, वो तो आपने क्रॉस एग्जामिन किया होगा ना डॉक्टर को पोस्टमार्टम का,
Well, he's PW1.
PW1।
He gives absolutely no data.
जी, क्या पूछा आपने क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन में?
Milad, his examination in chief itself does not reveal any data. On what basis he says
जी
that death was 36 hours earlier.
जी
Now, if he does not place before this honorable court data
जी
on the basis of which opinion has been given,
जी
let his entire evidence has got to be ignored,
जी
and then we shall have to go back to
जी
the textbooks of authors.
जी
And for this proposition of law,
जी
Let I rely on AIR 2010 Supreme Court 806
Yes.
paragraphs 14 and 17.
जी.
That I've given printouts.
हाँ जी. Yes.
Let kindly come.
पढ़िएगा पैराग्राफ 14.
14. It is not the province of the expert to act as judge or jury. It is stated in Pickley versus Jones that the real function of the expert is to put before the court all the materials, together with reasons which induce it to come to the conclusion, so that the court, although not an expert, may form its own judgment by its own observation of those materials.
जी.
Furthermore, an expert is not a witness of fact, and evidence really is of an advisory character. The duty of an expert witness is to furnish the judge with
Ji.
the necessary scientific criteria
जी.
for testing the accuracy of the conclusion,
जी.
so as to enable the judge to form his independent judgment by application of these criteria
जी.
to the facts proved by the evidence in the case.
जी.
The scientific opinion, evidence, if intelligible, convincing, and tested, becomes a factor and often an important factor
जी.
for consideration along with
Ji.
other evidence of the case. Now, let please come to para 17.
जी.
In the article Relevance of Expert's Opinion,
जी.
it has been opined that the value of expert opinion rests on the facts on which it is based and his competency for forming a reliable opinion.
जी.
The evidentiary value of the opinion of an expert depends on the facts upon which it is based and also the validity of the process by which the conclusion is reached.
जी.
Thus, the idea that is proposed in its crux means that the importance of an opinion is decided on the basis of credibility of the expert
जी.
and the relevant facts supporting the opinion,
जी.
so that its accuracy can be cross-checked. Therefore, the emphasis has been on the data on the basis of which the opinion is formed. The same is clear from the following inference. Mere assertion without mentioning the data or basis is not evidence,
जी.
even if it comes from an expert.
जी.
Where the experts give no real data in support of the opinion, the evidence, even though admissible, may be excluded from consideration as affording no assistance in arriving at the correct value.
जी.
Now, Millet has not told us why. He says that death has taken place 36 hours earlier. On the other hand, Millet, I've brought the opinions of 3 experts in their textbooks, each of which says that the process of decomposition will start round about 18 hours after death. And decomposition starts, Millet, with the changes of the skin, color of the skin, and the presence of foul-smelling gases. None of these symptoms are present on the body at the time of postmortem examination.
Right.
Now, Millet, if that is so, Millet, in this compilation, there is Lyons, Medical Jurisprudence.
जी.
That is a book not normally available.
जी.
And what they say is, at page 149,
Yes.
color changes.
जी.
In about 24 hours, often earlier, a green patch appears on the abdominal wall in the right iliac region. This enlarges rapidly within a few hours. The whole abdominal wall and the intercostal spaces are affected. The coloration now spreads to the face and considerably to the limbs.
जी
At the same time, decomposition of the blood causes staining of the walls of the vessels, and the more superficial of these now show through the skin as dark brown streaks, thus producing a marbled appearance on the surface. This marbling is not very evident on dark complexions until, at a later stage of decomposition, the epidermis has peeled off. A putrefactive odor is noticed at about the same time as discoloration becomes evident. So, here there's no discoloration of the skin.
जी
Neither is there any smell from the body. And consequently, death has not taken place later than 18 hours. And if that is so, Millet, then the doctor has died sometime between the night intervening the 30th and the 1st. Now, Millet, how he has died, one does not know. Maybe electrocution. But if he is not dead on the 29th, if he is not dead on the 30th, my conduct in going to Jhansi now cannot be used against him.
okay.
So, please also have a look.
But presuming that, taking both these situations into consideration, one, assuming that he died on 29th, you were in house on 29th. Presuming he died on the intervening night of 30th and 1st, you again came back to Chhatarpur on 30th night as said by your PW12, corroborated by PW12, and this is also your admission.
Also, my statement
State-
as DW1
What DW1?
that he is alive when I've come back.
When you came back, he was alive. इसको किस
There are two people who live in that house.
she and her son,
So, who has committed the murder? Assuming it's a case of murder,
right?
it's committed. Well, the presumption would not be.
नहीं presumption से तो नहीं होगा ये. We understand this.
So then, how do we say that it's this appellant who has committed the murder?